Joining us now is former Canadian ambassador to China, Guy Saint-Jacques. Mr. Saint-Jacques, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for the invitation, Renee.
Now, in terms of Trump's call for tariffs on China, what kind of position does this leave Canada in, as we are already in a trade dispute with both the United States and China?
Well, you're right. There's not much for us in this, and I would say that this is happening after Donald Trump had a disastrous summit with Putin in Alaska, and after he saw the Indian Prime Minister Modi go to the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit that took place in Tianjin 2 weeks ago, which was clearly, China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, and India getting together to thumb their nose at Trump. So I think what is interesting, it's an admission on the part of Trump that he needs help to achieve his goal. And I think there is an opening for Canada and allies to say, okay, if you need our help, well, let's work together, but we need to be clear on what exactly we are trying to achieve here. And for instance, we would need a clear confirmation on the part of the U.S. that they would provide security. They would give security guarantees to Ukraine to prevent further invasion from Russia. But we need a lot more details on what exactly would happen, because right now what Trump is asking us to do is do the heavy lifting for him. He has not said himself that he would increase the tariffs that he has already applied to to China, because he knows that, in fact, China would immediately stop exporting rare earths and magnets to the U.S. So it's an interesting opening, but we should try to clarify and come up with a better game plan than what Trump has enunciated so far.
If NATO allies, including Canada, do not follow through on this demand from Trump, could we be exposed to retaliation or consequences given the ongoing trade dispute?
Well, I think if we portray this, that, we have already stand to help the U.S. achieve its objectives. And in fact, Prime Minister Carney could repeat that, Canada was one of the first nations to impose heavy tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. But, we have not, we didn't get any brownie points in Washington for that. And therefore, we would say, look, yes, we want to work together, but let's sit down, come up with a good plan. And this means also that you have to treat us as an ally rather than as an enemy. And I think that, if Trump were to, because if we don't follow suit, what could he do if he imposed more tariffs on Western allies? That will have more repercussions on the American economy, and that will penalize him, and he won't be able to achieve his economic goals. So again, I think what is interesting is a realization on his part that he needs some help, and I think we should capitalize on this, but try to come up with a good plan that is workable and where everyone would chip in, and I think that would have more chance of success and less consequences for us, because obviously, if we are to impose further tariffs on China, China will immediately retaliate, and we won't be much more advanced.
All right, Guy, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate this chat with you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
That is Guy Saint-Jacques, former Canadian ambassador to China.